So, I've got one last question for the video. Tobias asked me on December 20... Oh, God. Everybody, this is gonna throw me off. I currently have 2 cameras going. One here and one here. This one's just to monitor myself right now because I'm trying my new camera. So, quick story before we do this video. Obviously it's a Q&A, that's what the title says. If you can't figure that out, I'm so sorry. So, what was it? It was Monday night. Today is Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. On Monday, unfortunately, we had a really bad thunderstorm come through, and I don't know if it hit the house, or if it hit near the house, or if it struck a power line. I don't know who else in the neighborhood was affected by it. We didn't lose power, we just had a really nasty power surge, or whatever the heck you want to call it, and it fried my entire internet. My modem and my router were shot. It somehow messed up like my audio mixer, so I had to replace that. Yeah, and it all just got here today. So the last couple days I've been able to record. It's been poopy. But I tried to record this Q&A earlier with just the camera, and it seriously sounded like I was like in a snake pit. Like I could have been speaking like, what is it, parcel mouth, parcel tongue? I don't remember which one it's called. I'm sorry, it's been a while, Potter fans. And it was terrible. It was god awful. So I said, screw it. I was gonna try to do a Q&A in a different part of the house instead of you guys just having to look at the office. But you know what? It doesn't always go that way sometimes. So, yeah, we're gonna do a Q&A today. I was supposed to do one like 6 months ago. 6 months ago. And, well, that didn't exactly work out, did it? So. I'm terrible. I'm so terrible. Give me a chance here, though. To be fair, I was moving. I wanted to do like a New Year Q&A, and I ended up moving essentially right at the beginning of the year. So, never happened. I forgot all about it. And now we are here, 6 months later. So, you guys know the drill. I'm going to answer some questions that I asked for on Twitter. And, yeah, actually, let me ask you guys a question. So, you know what? I'm going to hold off. It'll come up later in the video. I promise, it'll come up later in the video. So, anyway, yeah. So, going into the questions, because we need to get things started here. Forever asks, Ask Panda! Well, I don't need to read that part. We're clearly already at the Ask Panda part. She says, if you could do anything in one day with no limits, no costs, etc., what would you do? Man, that is tough. So, no limits being, I guess, like my own bodily limits, or... no, that would make it seem like I'm a superhero. I'm like, I will just go jump off shit. That's how my brain works, apparently. There's something not connecting up here anymore. Not the way it's supposed to, so. God, what would I do? No costs? I mean, if no cost, I would probably go shopping, you know? No limits, no cost, etc. What would you do? I would probably go invest in a ton of real estate, and I would probably buy a nice car for me, because why not? And probably one for my mom and my dad. Yeah. There's no cost, right? I mean, you may as well just give that shit to me. Yeah, I would have an ideal house set up. I would get myself set up for the future. And then, let's see, no limits, no cost, etc. What would you do? Then I'd probably hop on a plane and go visit somewhere. Why not? May as well finish my day in a different country. Just as long as I purchase the ticket back before the day is over, right? Because then it's free. We're gonna go with that. I don't know if that's... That's good enough, right? Space L? Is that what I'm just gonna call you Pikachu, bro. Wants to know, do you ever find yourself wanting to record older games that you've played before? Like Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, actually. And it's actually funny because we're in like the second coming of Christ with Minecraft as far as I'm concerned. It's like the resurgence at this point is ridiculous. It's like it's taken over. Fortnite is like the most popular game right now. And I guess that's kind of an example. My personal favorite old game to go back and play with people was Modern Warfare 2. And I know there's a lot of these talks and speculations about there being a like a Modern Warfare 2 remastered. And if that happens, I'm gonna lose my shit. I cannot wait. Sure, it has plenty of flaws, but show me a Call of Duty that doesn't. I try. Are you trying? Try harder now. It's that's definitely one. I would like to go back and one of the questions coming up is how I want to expand my channel, and I'm not going to fully address it just yet, but I wouldn't mind going back and doing some older games that I used to play growing up, like Unreal 2, not even Tournament, just Unreal 2 was a favorite of mine. Final Fantasy VIII is getting a remaster. That's one of my favorite games ever. Resident Evil 4, like Dave Mirra BMX for the PC. Like shit like that. I would love to go back and play that stuff. So yeah, absolutely. The question I have for you, Space L, Detective, do you guys want to see it? I mean, of course I want to play it, but do you guys want to see it? Do you? We're gonna find out. Let me know in the comments. Julian says, hey Panda, watching Minilad meme stream. I was told you've never been on stage. What is the feeling of being on stage with hundreds of people watching? So, it's not 100% true. I have been on stage before. I used to be in a performing band back when I was in high school, into my early college days. I was a drummer, and drummers get zero fucking attention. None! None! You may as well not even be up on stage. You may as well have like a curtain in front of you. So to say I don't have any stage experience is not 100% true, but to say I've never had stage experience where all the attention was on me for certain moments, or at least a good amount of it was on me, or I was one of the primary people on stage, because it was just me and Craig. Yeah, that was the first time, and I'll tell you what, the feeling going into it, like before the show, even the days and weeks leading up to it, I was petrified. I was absolutely terrified! So at venues, you have what's called a green room, and it's not green, it's not like a green screen, it's just called a green room, and that's where your what's called the talents, whether it be a band, performer, comedian, whatever. Whoever's there that night. That's sort of like their getaway spot, away from the venue where they can't be like bothered. Sort of what they go to sort of get themselves in the correct mindset before a show or whatever. And Craig and I had a green room, and of course we had people in and out of it that were helping with the show, and friends and stuff that were there. And I had multiple people checking up on me to be like, Anthony, are you okay? Like, are you gonna make it? Are you good? Because I was scared. I was legit scared. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to do what I was supposed to do. Now, the moment I actually get up on stage, all of that went away. Almost instantly, it almost all went away. And there's multiple reasons. One, and this is probably the biggest one, and this is what everybody kept telling me, especially people that have been on stage, performers, DJs, musicians, all this stuff. All my friends do different types of stuff. But they were just like, remember that these people are here for you. It's not like random people off the street. It's not just some random woohoo that they, like, that was just like, oh, Minilad performs tonight. I wonder what this is like, and like came in. No, it's nothing like that. People were actually there for us and to see what we were doing. And at that point, I think we could have done no wrong. Maybe aside from like pulling down our pants and like shitting on the stage, which I'm glad didn't happen. That would have been bad, and the tour probably would have been canceled. But no, it was crazy. It was really, really crazy. The way the mind works, and how I got myself totally psyched out. But in the end, it did end up being a great, great time. We have more dates being announced in like 5 or 6 days, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for the rest of the tour. The first show was tough, it was scary, it was a learning experience. But now that I've done it, I no longer fear the unknown, because it isn't unknown. Yeah. Thanks, Julian. I appreciate that question, man. Oh, my stomach. Oh, my God. All right. So, Drew wants to know, how do you balance YouTube, relationships, and personal stuff without having one out of balance? By the way, I love your vids. First of all, thank you. Appreciate that. Second of all, it's tough. It really is tough. And I know a lot of people's perception of this whole YouTube thing is that, well, I guess depending on the content creator, it's not just the same thing. So, for us, they assume that we just sit around and play video games all day, which is not true at all. Or for vloggers, that they just walk around and record for like 30 minutes and then their day is done. It's like, no, there's a lot more to it than that. And it's really, really an involved process. It takes a lot of on-hand things. Depending on how much content you put out, people have editors, they have thumbnail artists, they can have directors. Like if you look at people like Rhett and Link, they have full-on crews and teams and employees. They are essentially a full-on production company. Same thing with like Game Grumps and stuff. The amount of stuff that they go that they do that goes into this stuff is it's like an iceberg. You see the video, and that's like the tip of the iceberg, and everything below it is like all the production behind the scenes, all that fun stuff. So it really is involved. So balancing that with relationships and a personal life, which I would consider the sort of the same thing, you know, relationships, whether it be like romantic or with your friends, it's tough. And I'm kind of bad about it because I'm a hermit. I don't really like leaving my house. I really don't like leaving the house at all. I mean, aside from going to like the gym and grocery store and stuff like that, like I don't go out to bars. I don't really party and stuff. When I'm out at events, I don't really like doing that kind of stuff. So I have more free time in that sense than people who would do that. But I try to see my friends when I can. I travel a bunch for YouTube. Or not just even for YouTube. I do things outside of YouTube, like this tour. And it's hard. And I will say that I have gone out of balance. And I've kind of maintained that. Work is probably like #1 for me. And it's definitely where I put most of my attention. I'm bad about, I don't want to say leaving people on red, but if you reach out to me and I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling it and I've got shit going on, I'll probably not reply because I either forget or I forget. I just, whatever. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And I need to be better about making more time for me outside of this kind of stuff, outside of YouTube, and more time for the people who I want to surround myself with, my friends and my family and people who are important to me. And yeah, so thank you for the question. It's actually more of a reminder to be like, hey, quit it! Focus on yourself for a minute. It's been nice, you know, the last couple of days with my audio equipment totally just screwed. I've been unable to use it like at all. I actually took a little bit of time to just like relax for the first time, and I don't know how long. Like I was aware that I couldn't record. I was aware that there was nothing I could do, so I tried my hardest to not stress about it and to just enjoy myself, and it was tough. It's hard to walk away from something you do every single day and feel comfortable with it, and I'm still fully not comfortable with it, but here we are. A couple days later, we're going to start getting some videos again, so thanks, Drew. I appreciate that, man. Kevin asked a very important question, and I will make it a very simple answer. He asks, have you ever shit yourself in public? Yeah. Multiple times. I'm not proud of it, but it happened. One time I even had to make an impromptu diaper out of paper towels, and that's about all we can say. Jordy asks, what are your aspirations for the future of your channel? And I kind of mentioned this one a little bit earlier, and it's actually kind of the perfect video to talk about it because it's not a gaming video. And I am predominantly a gaming YouTuber. Now, to be fair, in comparison to like core gamers, people who play AAA releases, things like that, people do playthroughs, streamers, I am as casual as it gets. I mean, obviously my content's like mini golf, Uno, tabletop games, tabletop sims, and then the occasional goofy game. And I don't want to be trapped in the corner of being a gamer forever. Nor did I ever really want to be. I kind of use gaming as a platform for my personality, which is, you know, obviously I'm BigJIgglyPanda, but above all else, I want to be Anthony. So I wanted to start doing more interactive videos or like questions like this or any other cool ideas that I've come up with. You know, I do my Pokemon stuff. I want to expand with that and do cool videos where maybe I have strangers open Pokemon cards with me, or I would like to do maybe like more segments where I go through comments and I react to funny comments, almost like a Reddit series, like you see many do and tons of other people do, or like Fine Brothers where they do reactions. But I want to expand on it and it be more me than anything. It's tough though, you know. You get comfortable with what you do and it goes well and people really like it. But you always have to constantly push yourself to be better, to do better, and I've sat around complacent for too long! I need to start doing the things I want to try. You know, I would love to do like a cooking video. I finally have a kitchen that's decent enough for it. All these cool things that I enjoy that I want to be a reflection of me on this channel. So, what's my aspirations for the future of my channel is to expand, to be more Anthony than I am to be just Panda, and to show you guys who I am outside of a guy playing golf it and being really bad. Like, I get it. I'm shitty at it. It's fine. I never intended this channel to be something that was me taking gaming very seriously. It was more of a way to me to interact with my friends and to have fun and to make jokes and to entertain you guys. And that is all I care about. All I care about is entertaining you. If I am last place in every game that I play, sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes my friends talk shit. Sometimes they get under my skin. But you know what? In the end, I don't give a damn. I do not care. I just want to make you guys laugh, and at the end of the day, everybody be smiling. You feel me? Do you feel me? Well, no, you do not, because you're all the way over there on the other side of your screen, and I'm right here, recording this probably 12 hours before you see it. So you do not feel me. Ray said, ask Panda, 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 ask Panda. Is it trending yet? Yes, actually, it is. I will put an image up on the screen right here where I tweeted out these questions. Well, I didn't tweet out the questions. I tweeted you guys to ask me questions. And it went trending on Twitter. Like, I don't know if it was globally, but it was trending on Twitter. And it was pretty cool. I've never had that happen before, especially for something so goofy like this. So, yes, Ray, it is trending. Or it was. It's not anymore. Oh, I like this question, Dean. It's who is a YouTuber you'd want to work with? And man, that is really tough because a lot of the YouTubers that I watch aren't necessarily content that is good with what I do or compatible, I guess would be the best word. I'm a huge Hot Ones fan. I think Sean Evans is a fantastic interviewer. I would love to do something with like outside of Hot Ones, like food related or hot sauce related or just something related with him. I think that would be dope. Binging with Babish is amazing. I enjoy cooking. I'm not the best cook in the world. I still have lots to learn. I would love to do like a collaboration with him. I think that would be awesome. I've become a huge fan of Dr. Mike. His reaction series to medical dramas is a lot of fun. And it's cool to see his insightful stuff. As he's watching a show and sort of breaking it down of like, that is totally bullshit, or that's possible, that's legitimate. Man, what else? I know there are more. There are absolutely more. Those are the first couple that come to mind, but there are tons. There are lots of people. Outside of the gaming community, you know, like I said, and I just mentioned, I don't want to just be a gaming channel forever. I want to expand, and I think that would be a really cool way to do it, to collaborate with other people who do things outside of the gaming world. That'd be awesome. So, awesome question, Dean. I appreciate that. Timmy Tyne says, do you like to the guy or Smitty Few? What? Bearcat asks, and I laugh because, you know, I saved this question because it just, the way it was worded, it was so direct. Literally just, are you lonely? And I'm going to answer it honestly because it's probably a legitimate question that some people have. Not even just necessarily towards me, but towards what I do with YouTubing and stuff. YouTubing. We spend a lot of time alone in a room talking to a microphone and a camera. A lot of people who do solo gaming, people who do playthroughs. There are lots of people out there who do gaming YouTube or just YouTube outside of gaming that aren't in a group setting, that are just solo, and it can get incredibly lonely, to be terribly honest with you. It can be lonely sometimes sitting in a room by yourself talking to yourself for hours. Now usually you're enjoying yourself and you're recording content, you know you're in a different mindset. But when you look back at it, or if you look at it from the outside in, yeah, it can definitely be lonely. I live alone, you know, I have my own place. There's nobody else here. So after I'm done sitting here talking to myself for 30, 40 minutes at a time, and usually what I'll do is I'll record like a video, take a little bit of a break, record a video, take a little bit of a break, just to preserve my voice and my sanity. And I go downstairs and I'll grab a drink and I'll be like, man, I literally just spent an hour screaming to nobody but myself. So, short answer, yeah. I can get lonely. Am I lonely? No. I have good people in my life. I have good friends and people that I care about. So, am I lonely? No. Can this job get lonely? Absolutely. There's a lot of isolation in it. So, I figured I would answer that one just because when I was scrolling through comments, it took me off guard. It was so blunt. Good Lord, Bearcat. Bryce wants to know, is my laugh actually fake? No, guys, no. It's almost just become an inside joke at this point now. I think it was popular almost 4 or 5 years ago where the joke would be You know, here's Panda with this big fake laugh, and he just screams and yells for whatever reason, and it's clearly got to be fake. No. Here's where the differences sort of come in. So my laugh is real. When I'm actually having a good time and I'm laughing, that's what I laugh like. I cackle, I lose control, whatever. Am I always so full of energy and like up and at 'em and stuff like that? No, not 100%. It's definitely put on a little bit for recording. We have to be entertaining. That is our job. I am an entertainer. I just use YouTube as a platform. You know, YouTuber is just like a new way of saying like internet and entertainer. That's not a porn star. I'm not a porn star. You don't want that, trust me. So, is the laugh fake? Absolutely not. Is any of me fake? No. I try to be as transparent and real and relatable as I possibly can. Is it bumped up a little bit for the sake of entertainment? Sure. I'm usually a pretty chill dude. If you watch my Pokemon videos, that's usually me, like, as close to outside of YouTube as possible. People that have run into me outside, like, that have recognized me and stuff, a lot of people have said that I'm a pretty chill person. I'm just a normal person, guys. I'm just a normal dude. That's how I've always ever seen myself. That's how I'll only ever see myself. Having an ego is pointless. Gets in the way of important things in life. So, Bryce, I went off on a tangent. Is my laugh fake? No! And that comes right into this question from Sin, which are all the rage moments actually real? Like sometimes I genuinely worry about your health and your sanity. All that blood boiling can't be good. There have been quite a few moments where the rage has been real, where I've actually snapped. And a lot of that has to do not necessarily with what's going on in the game, but what is going on in my life outside of it. I've never been someone who handled stress extremely well. I would internalize things, and I still do, and I'm working on it. But in the midst of gaming, like if we're playing golf and Brian or NoGlow want to make a stupid ass comment about how I'm shitty, or if we're playing Mario Kart and I'm getting just absolutely pootered on, like sometimes all the stress that is accumulated like sort of pops, it shoots out. It's like a volcano erupting. Now there are some moments where I yell and I exaggerate at my anger, and that's why you guys will sometimes see me like I'll be yelling, but I'll be smiling at the same time. It's more or less excitement. I'm worked up. It's an in-the-moment kind of deal, and it just happens. So, am I ever faking my rage? No, I'm actually angry. Sometimes is it exaggerated? Yeah, of course. Sometimes am I legitimately losing and snapping my mind? What did I just say? Am I legitimately losing it? Have I snapped? Have I lost my mind on camera? There's been moments, absolutely, and I try not to edit them out because I want to be real. Thanks, dude. Alright guys, I have one last question for this Q&A. This one was asked 6.5 months ago. Tobias asked me on December 31st, 2018, the last day of the year, the day that I actually asked for these questions. He said, how far do you think you could throw a baked potato? Well, let's find out. It's a potato. It's an oven. But that takes way too long. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on. What are you doing? 7 minutes. We'll check in shortly. Alright, we're on the final countdown. We've got one angry potato. 3, 2. Can never let it actually go off. And like, who am I kidding, right? Oh! That is one hot potato. That's one hot plate, too. Fuck. Here, I'm gonna use this towel. Give me that fucking potato. There it is. We're gonna wrap this fucker up and go through it! Okay, so if I'm being honest, I really don't want to throw this outside in my backyard, but it's raining. I'm not gonna risk getting my camera screwed up, and let's be real. If I found a random baked potato in my backyard, I'd probably, oh god, it's so fucking hot. I'd probably be a little alarmed, so I think with the rain, everybody's gonna be inside. So we're gonna just launch this thing. Oh god, it's so hot. Oh my god, it exploded! It exploded! It exploded! It exploded! Holy shit! Well, Tobias, I hope that answers your question. Not a question I ever thought I'd need to answer, but there you go. There's your answer. Guys, this has been fun. Sorry again for taking so long to do this and for totally just forgetting about the one at the beginning of the year. That was my fault, 100% my fault. I take ownership for that. If you guys want to see some more Q&As like this, we can make it more of a regular thing, or I can go through and just react to funny comments and things that you guys say there. We can make this a little bit of a regular thing. Because like I said, I'm trying to expand and try some new things. Make things a regular part of my channel, and making you guys sort of give me some ideas of what you might want to see. So, yeah. Thank you all so very much. Sometimes my mouth just does whatever it wants, and my brain is just left to collect the dust, I guess. But I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much. Yeah, I love you. Bye.